guys, it's James here, or Crazy, some of you more commonly know me, and welcome back to the, what are we looking at here? Esport Dota 2 Rare Challenge. Game 2 that I'm casting today, of 3 that I'm casting anyway. There's plenty of games going on. Don't forget to buy the ticket so you can look at all of the other amazing games going on. Anyway, this game is Casual Gamers versus Infamous Psychopaths. In Group B, hang on, let me look, yeah, Group B. Of the challenge. Give me 1 second. I'm just going to put something under my elbow. Hang on. Here's the problem, right? I have really weak elbows, so when I have to put something underneath it when I'm casting or playing video games for quite a while, because otherwise I end up hurting my own elbow. Anyway, waiting for Infamous Psychopaths to take their first ban. Still not done so yet. It's interesting to waste so much time on a ban. Like, you really don't want to do that kind of thing. You've got everyone, you know, so many people that you don't want to ban. There's so many people that you don't want to ban, and there's so many people that just you're neutral on, so just ban those people, you know? Anyway, Infamous Psychopath's going to ban out the Batrider, as I've said 100 times before, can easily outlane anyone else solo in the game, in my opinion, just thanks to Napalm on its own. Casual Gamer's going to ban that Tinker, Mr. Hop, Skip and Jump, all around the map, known to counter push very efficiently, and basically stop anyone from doing anything too major. Infamous Psychopath's gonna ban the Invoker, which is interesting. Invoker, someone known to apparently there's cats flying outside. Invoker, another very versatile hero. This is exact same 2 bans that we saw in the last game, actually, between the Batrider and the Invoker. And that's because the Invoker can do so much against your team, as far as setting up stuns and that kind of thing goes. Sorry, so tired. Casual Gamers banning out Doom, as it is. Doom can shut down anyone, more or less, anyone in the game. So having him on a team is very... He's like, his move, his item set enables you to just do so much. Anyway, Infamous Psychopaths picking Tidehunter, someone that we also saw in the last game, known for setting up lots of huge stuns, and he can effectively change the tide of a team fight. If Casual Gamers pick Rubik now, it would be almost identical to my last game, and then I would be not so happy. I'd be not so happy, you know. But you know, Tidehunter, probably going to be seeing him on the offlane. Him in the offlane enables him to get level 6 really early on, and in turn that kind of lets him become more versatile as soon as possible. More versatile and actually start being a presence in team fights and that kind of thing. Casual Gamer's going to pick Ancient Apparition. That Chilling Touch going to do so much against even the Tidehunter. Like, if you have a tri-lane against the solo Tidehunter, and you've got the Ancient Apparition in that lane, then you're going to be doing a lot of damage. Oh my god, I am so tired. I should put on like a t-shirt or something. Casual Gamers picking up the Faceless Void, comboing very well the Ancient Apparition. Faceless Void ultimate, Chronosphere into the AA Blast, whatever it's called. Ice Blast. Ancient Apparition Blast, going to be doing lots of damage. Yep. Faceless Void, interesting. He hasn't really been picked for like 2 years, and he's only started to be picked again, and I feel like that's because a lot of people are starting to see him be played and him being played well again, and that in turn leads to him getting picked, you know. RNG gods ain't got nothing on time lock and backtrack. It's weird. It's like Phantom Assassin. She can have a really good games where Blur works like every hit, and then she can have her games where Blur works like none of the hits. And in the meantime, Faceless Void is very similar to Phantom Assassin in that kind of general way. Anyway, Wraith King being picked up by Infamous Psychopaths could be the second support, could be the hard carry. We'll have to see how it goes. Sorry, my teeth keep hurting really badly. It's like I've got wisdom teeth coming through. It's pushing everything. Wraith King can be very annoying to play against, especially thanks to his super long duration stun which goes... Actually, the duration isn't all that long. It stays at 2, but it does a lot of damage, and a lot of damage over time. Plus the fact that Vampiric Aura will enable you and your teammates to survive in lane for so much longer. More bans coming out. Casual Gamers banning out Abaddon. Infamous Psychopaths banning out Lich. I'm going to put on a jumper. God, I'm just like professionalism right here. It's ridiculous. Hang on. What is professionalism? I do not even know. Right, there we go. There we go. Okay, I've got the jumper on now. I can keep talking about Dota. Life is good. Dude, did you put in on my Rooster Teeth jumper? Like a professional. Anyway, still nothing happened. In the entire time I put my jumper on, nothing happened. Anyway, what we're going to see? We're going to see Infamous Psychopaths banning out the Disruptor as well. Disruptor, as I saw in the last game that was cast on this channel, it does so much. What am I talking about? Does so much against like magic-based heroes, because between Glimpse, which is going to effectively shut down anyone from trying to run away from a fight, and Static Field, you can just take an entire AoE and make those people become pointless. Like, they only have right-click damage, and even then, that right-click damage is never as high as spells, you know? Unless you're looking at like an anti-mage, in which case he really doesn't have any offensive spells. Anyway, Silencer picked by Casual Gamers, probably going for a complete AoE-based lineup right here. Seeing the Faceless Void and the AA also being picked. Meaning that when the Faceless Void does drop a Chronosphere, as long as everything goes in, damage will be done. And games will be fought. And such. Games will be fought? I don't know what I'm trying to say. This is really painful. I'm trying to like massage my jaw so that it's not as painful. Infamous Psychopaths, now we're probably going to pick up another support or another core. That's just everyone. I just realized I just described everyone. I would say what would be good for them right now is someone with a stun. Vengeful Spirit could be good for them. Especially if you were to like swap out like the Faceless Void or something from the Chronosphere. That would be really great. Hard, but it's great if you can do that kind of thing. Faceless Void was not picked. Hang on, I meant Vengeful Spirit. Anyway, Lifestealer picked up by the Infamous Psychopaths. Could be played in the offlane, could be played as the hard carry. We'll have to see how it goes. Lifestealer can shut down the Faceless Void after he's already used his leap, which is really Lifestealer just does so much right-click damage, it's kind of ridiculous. Let's see, what have we got here? What does that little green thing mean? I think it means tank, but I'm not sure. I can't confirm that. I need to drink water again. Hang on. Alright. Anyway, what was I? Lifestealer. Video games. Yeah, Lifestealer is another person that we haven't literally seen be picked in like a year as far as competitive scene goes. He hasn't really been a major force since TI3, and he does so much right-click damage. Like, frequently you pick up a basher on him, right? And then that just enables you to go around and just basically destroy anyone between the huge slow, between rage that stops you from, which is effectively like a mini BKB, and infest. You can, 1, maintain pushing lanes pretty efficiently, 2, kill anyone whenever you want, and 3, I need a 3rd, farm very efficiently. Casual Gamers now looking to pick up their 4th individual. It all depends. I think that they must be playing Silencer as either a mid or a support now. So I would assume that they're going to play him as a mid. Against this kind of a lineup, he needs levels. He really does. Especially against a title. Why? Sorry. Silencer. Yeah, probably going to see him mid, so we're probably looking at another support now. Casual Gamers running down their time quite a bit, which is odd, you know? It's... like, don't get me wrong, the bonus time is there to be used, but equally, you should have more of a game plan going in, as far as your brain goes. Who are we going to see picked? It's not going to be a Marana. It's going to be a Wind Ranger. That's pretty interesting. So Wind Runner, Wind Ranger, whatever you want to call her. I'm going to be doing a lot of damage inside of that Chronosphere thanks to the power shot. I need to stop complaining. Wind Ranger, going to be doing a lot of damage in that power shot in the Chronosphere with the power shot, along with everyone else. And the Viper pick up on Infamous Psychopath. So we're going to see the Viper mid. I assume Wraith King support. Lifestealer hard carry, maybe offlane, both works. And casual gamers, we're going to have the Wind Ranger Ancient Apparition support combo. Maybe we could see the Wind Ranger offlane. It's hard to say at this point, you know, it really is. I think we'll have to wait until they choose how they want to play it. Because Wind Ranger, you can play her as a farming offlane, and that works very well typically. Because of the fact that the power shot enables her to do a lot of things with oh my god. The power shot enables her to do a lot of things. Shackle, if you can get it right, will stun quite a few people. Literally, Wisdom Teeth are the most annoying things ever. Casual Gamer is going to ban the Witch Doctor, which is pretty interesting. Witch Doctor, arguably a really hard support. Rubik banned by casual gamers. Because of the fact that they have got some pretty huge spells for Rubik to steal between Infest, between Tidehunter Ravage, between Viper Ultimate. Like, there's a lot of damage that can be done right there. Hang on. Nope. Skype is not going off. Never mind. We're all good. Why is my phone going off? This is professional casting. As I said, I'm starting to get tired now, which isn't good. After that first game, I'm really drained. Especially with my Wisdom Teeth at the moment. I'm really tired as well. Anyway, casual gamers picking up the Treant Protector. So, yeah, we're going to see Silencer played as a core, Wind Ranger offlane. Infamous Psychopaths picking up the Skywrath Mage, which is really interesting. Maybe a counter to the Faceless Void. We'll have to see how it goes. So we're going to see probably the Skywrath Rage mid? Or as a roaming support? Okay, Wraith King hard carry, Lifestealer offlane, Viper mid, Skywrath Mage, Tidehunter roaming. Or as a tri-lane with the Lifestealer. Maybe. I don't know. I really don't know. Because then again, you could have the Tidehunter Wraith King as supports. Maybe Viper offlane, Skywrath Mage mid. It's hard. I don't even know. In the meantime, over on Casual Gamers, probably going to see the Faceless Void, Ancient Apparition, Treant Protector tri-lane, Silencer mid, Wind Ranger offlane. That's what I would assume. Because of the fact that the Wind Run enables her to stay alive. Okay, so let's do a quick run through. We have got Scanted on the Silencer, Zeppo on the Ancient Apparition, General Bobcat on the Faceless Void, Smokey on the Treant Protector, JHU on the Wind Ranger, and over on the IPS side, we've got Supreme on the Tidehunter, Fungus OP on the Lifestealer, Wait What on the Skywrath Mage, Admiral Cappy, technically, on the Wraith King, and Nibbler on the Viper. And that is everyone. I thought there was one more. Dota, what is this? Video games. And I need to push... there we go. Now these guys can actually see what the hell I'm talking about. Okay, so we're just waiting for the game to begin here. Probably could see some teams. One of the teams... what am I trying to say? Go for a first blood. Between Chilling Touch, between Treant, maybe using Leech Seed, Wind Ranger stun. It's possible. It's entirely possible. Man, Wind Ranger set that makes it look like Robin Hood. Why haven't I bought that already? Oh, that's cool. I want that. I doubt we'll see an aggressive tri-lane thanks to the Faceless Void. Faceless Void with this Cthulhu set. The Faceless Void basically means that they can't play aggressively. Like if you have a ranged... If you have a ranged carry, then I feel like you can do aggressive tri-lanes a lot more efficiently. In this case, it's just going to be a defensive offlane. Whilst with the IPS team, we have got the... I'm not sure. What are we going to have? Wraith King support. Okay, so we've got Wraith King support, Tidehunter off lane. Lifestealer in the jungle. What is this? This is painful. I don't even know what we have anymore. 5-man mid. This is legit strat. Anyway, yeah, IPS apparently all roaming up for the 5-man mid. Maybe trying to run straight down mid and try and go for first blood. Yeah, it looks like they're going to try and go for first blood at least. Whilst the Treant and the Silencer counter ward pretty efficiently. They gave the Wind Ranger award, so she can whack that down somewhere wherever she feels. Went for an early boots, which is really interesting. I wonder how she... Yeah, Wind Ranger going for an early boots, early salve, and sick ward placements. Gonna see all of the members of IPS all smoked up. Probably gonna try and catch out the Ancient Apparition. Ancient Apparition gonna get slowed. Wraith King stun gonna go down on the Ancient Apparition. Ancient Apparition now getting caught out. Trying to keep the Ancient Apparition alive. Ancient Apparition trying to drop the slow, but it not working, and the Ancient Apparition is going to go down for that first blood. And now, IPS, early lead. All of the members of IPS are now probably going to start roaming to their lanes, trying to be a little bit defensive. This Observer Ward, scouting out pools. Pretty efficiently. IPS guys saying good luck, have fun after they've already got a first blood. Slight dighead move, I think, but yeah, games is games. So yeah, Wraith King, Lifestealer, Skywrath Mage tri lane, Tidehunter off lane, Viper mid, and for CG we have got Faceless Void, Ancient Apparition dual lane with the Treant Protector Silencer mid dual lane. With the Wind Ranger bot. I don't even know. Anyway, Wraith King is all invised up. Going to try and go on this Wind Ranger now. She's probably going to have to wind run away, but it's not going to do all that much because she's not invulnerable from right clicks. She's just going to get right click down, and that is going to be the second kill already. And the Wind Ranger just having to walk back to lane now. She's got no farm. She popped a salve there to try and keep her alive. That's probably a... I think you're going to go down in that situation. You should have just taken it and died. Tidehunter now, facing up against this Faceless Void, whilst the Treant Protector is stacking quite happily. I'm lagging again. Yay, fun times. They're going to try and go on the Tidehunter now, it looks like. Right-clicking the Tidehunter, or they're just trying to outlane the Tidehunter. I think they're just trying to push him out of lane, try and stop that XP from being got, whilst the Wind Ranger happily farms a bit. Drink more water. Be happy. So IPS taking an early lead. CG arguably having more of a late game though, especially with the Faceless Void and the Silencer. In the meantime, I keep saying that, I really need to stop. Silencer happily on the mid, going for pretty heavy Glaives of Wisdom. Even though Viper isn't really intelligent based... Hang on, it works on his intelligence, right? Yeah, it works on his intelligence. So the Null Talisman is going to do a lot for him. And he's going to get a bonus like 20-something damage. 20.5 damage. Lots of engagements coming down. Glaives of Wisdom not doing all that much against the Viper. And the Viper's going to have to back off there. Glaives of Wisdom thankfully doing enough for the Viper, and the who's this guy? Silencer did have to back off there because of the rotation in by Wraith King. The Silencer did get Living Armored up a little bit. He's not on super high health, but he took a lot of aggro, it looks like, from the Viper. And taking aggro from a Viper is the worst because it's so huge. Anyway. Silencer now got a bottle coming out to him. He kind of needs it. Wraith King and the Skywrath Mage are smoked up, looking to go on the Silencer. Silencer getting slowed. He's trying to walk away now. Wraith King does have the stun. Wraith King, stun coming out. They're going to basically die of this Silencer, and the Courier is there, but the Courier's not going to die. Not spotting out the Courier, I guess. And that is the third kill already by IPS. Great rotations coming out at the moment. Whilst the CG guy is playing more of a passive game, it looks like. Because of the fact that like they have farming heroes, really. They don't have kill getting heroes, which is a shame. Lifestealer doing very well for last hits. Faceless Void also doing very well for last hits at the moment. Lifestealer's really weird armor going on. Over on the top lane, Wraith King killing the Trio Protector there as well because of the double damage. Ancient Apparition now trying to teleport out. No stuns, so the Ancient Apparition did thankfully teleport out. It was only back to this tower though, so he was there to try and save the Faceless Void whilst healing up. Faceless Void, not got all that much farm at the moment. I wonder what he's going to go for. I'd assume Battle Fury, but you can never know with these things. It's one of those days. Faceless Void rocking out. Tide Hunter getting some CS. He's got his Ring of Protection now. Wondering what that's going to go into. I assume it wouldn't be a Bacillus, and I can't think of what it would go into because I am a fool. But never mind. The Skywrath Mage and the Wraith King still happily roaming about, still trying to set up kills while the Silencer went bot to get the Invis rune. And now, here's the thing, right? The Wraith King and the Skywrath Mage are doing a very good job of making sure that they're never seen on the map. And that means that anyone can be anywhere at any time. This is a weird glitch. The healer is a bit too far back. Is a bit too far forward. That's really odd. That's really odd. I don't know why that happened. He's still just kind of happily standing there taking some damage. Ancient Apparition probably working on the pull through now. And Tidehunter getting outlaned very efficiently. What's he gone for? Okay, he's gone for Bracer. He's gone for an early Bracer, probably going into drums. Enabling that bit of chasing damage. Wind Ranger having to be very defensive now because she hasn't got any mana whatsoever. Probably burn it all on power shots. Shout out to Kappa. Life Stealer, happily right-clicking away still. He's getting pretty farmed, which is great early game. I mean, he's already got his phase boots. And Tidehunter, happily trying to contest the farm. Trying to stop the pull-throughs and such, which is great for him. Trying to counter-pull, maybe. Which is totally an option. As the Dire. As the Radiant, even on the top lane. Ow! So much pain in my jaw. Tidehunter, happily walking around, trying to get some right clicks off on the Faceless Void, but he's just backtracking it out. What's his build like? He's got really heavy time lock. 1 point into backtrack, so every 1 in 10 hits approximately he'll dodge. It's a cool little mace he's got on as well. In the meantime, Viper's going to go down on the mid, thanks to the Silencer. Huge Glaives of Wisdom, huge Last Words combo. I mean, until the Viper's even got 6, he can't even think about contesting the last word. Hang on. Silencer hasn't picked up his ultimate at 6. That's interesting. Wraith King getting pinged out on the mid. Silencer realizing that he's probably going to get gone on and walking away quite happily. Just trying to get a little bit more farm. What's the Illusion Rune getting seen? That's pretty cool. Illusion Rune being seen. Maybe going to see the Silencer go on the Tidehunter now. And CG, everyone just kind of going back to farming. Wraith King trying to sit around, trying to get a kill. Trying to be a little bit defensive. A little bit defensive, a little bit offensive. Even though he's going to get scouted out by this ward. And see the pause. Pause, pause, pause. Lag is not fun. Wind Ranger going for pretty strong in the power shot. Just, I think it's so that she can kind of push the lane and try and get some farm at the same time. I mean, he does 280 damage. Creeps have, let's see, 550. So if you can catch like 2 creeps on like less than half health, you're going to get a couple of good kills. Good kills, good last hits. Equally, you have to be aware that you could get gone on. So you have to save money for that wind run. Same old, same old. Waiting for the game to begin. Silencer. He's gone pretty heavy on last word and no points into Curse of the Silent, which is interesting. Curse of the Silent basically against a Viper. I'm not sure if that's all that smart because Viper can't cast any spells. I'm not sure if the Q actually counts as a cast. I suppose it must do. It must cast. It must count as a spell. So, in fairness, putting any points into Curse of the Silent would have been pointless. I'm not sure. It depends if that Q counts as a spell or not. We'll have to see. Ancient Apparition getting a kill on the Tidehunter at the top though. In the meantime, which I didn't even notice because my jaw was hurting again. happily right-clicking this lane, and this lane's going to super push thanks to the half pull that was done. Camp going to get super pulled, and not stacked unfortunately, but super pulled, and that's going to give the Faceless Void lots of time to just right-click down this tower. This T1 is taking a lot of damage already, and we're going to see the Wraith King and the Skyroth Mage already smoked up, trying to get another kill on the Silencer right now, waiting for just the right moment, which could be right now. It's right now. The stun is going down on the Silencer. Silencer taking lots of damage right here, so much damage, especially due to the Viper. He's just trying to do something, and he can't do anything, and the Wraith King is going to get the kill there on the Silencer. Roaming Wraith King. New meta. Well, old meta. Same meta. And this T1's going to get pushed mid now. It looks like they're picking it out. They're trying to make a push from the looks. Yeah. Right clicks left, right, and center. This lane's probably going to get pushed. Wraith King has put a point into Vampiric Aura, so his teammates will be able to heal up just a tad. What's the nearby units? How nearby? I need an AoE. Is he under it? He's under it. Yeah, it's fine. Let's look at some farm. Faceless Void still happily farming on the top lane. He's doing fairly well for himself. Lifestealer also still farming very well for himself. Whilst the Wind Ranger has got phase boots, she's got 2 tangos, but she hasn't got anything else other than that. And the Viper, Wraith King, Skyroth Mage tri lane being very aggressive, being very effective. And the Silencer's getting pinged out. Wraith King maybe trying to go on the Silencer here. Silencer's being caught out. Curse of the Silent being popped. Global Silence even being popped. And Silencer just having to TP away. Burning that Silence to make sure that he could just live, which is probably a good choice considering how much he's died so far. He's got 1.5k gold, so he's got some options, but Skyroth Mage, he's got boots. He's good. And Wraith King has got Arcane Boots, so he's going true support right here. Wraith King and Viper taking that T1 mid. Couldn't really be stopped. And this T1 top hasn't gone down to trade, to accommodate for the trade. So a slight advantage right now to IPS, especially after how well they played early game. Wraith King and the Viper will get spotted though in the rotation, leading to Faceless Void, Ancient Apparition, and all that jazz backing off. Treant Protector not hit 6 yet, so they can't really shut him down. Faceless Void has Voids hit 6 for sure. So he could be doing something. He could maybe be trying to force a fight, especially with the Ancient Apparition going almost max Chilling Touch. He's still only 5 at the moment though. He needs to get that 6 so he can be even more aggressive in the lanes. Ow. My jaw hurts so much. Ancient Apparition does have 1k gold though, so he does have some options. And Silencer just kind of going back to farm. He hasn't really got wards to defend him just yet, which is a shame. And the Radiant team are taking this dire large camp that was stacked ever so graciously for them by the dire supports, by the CG supports, which is great for them. We've got a pause for PP. All of the pause, so much pause. All of the pause is fun. 2 pausey for me, 5 pausey for you. Like a cat with pause. Okay, and we're going again. Faceless Void doing some right click damage. He's got Mithril Hammer. He's got Gloves of Haste. Can't think of what he's going to build into. Oh, Maelstrom. I always forget what the Maelstrom recipe, what the Maelstrom is. It's one of those things I just always forget. We're going to see the Ancient Apparition and the Silencer mid trying to kind of speed up the farm for Silencer. Try and push this T1 mid against the lane. Skyroth Mage and Viper rolling up. Going to try and go on this Silencer now. Curse of the Silent. What is that? It's not even Curse of the Silent. It's called Last Word on the Skyroth Mage, along with the Chronosphere, causing the Skyroth Mage to go down. Silencer is now going to go down. Wraith King taking a lot of damage, but he's hit 6. And the Faceless Void trying to run away. Everyone trying to run away now, but the Wraith King ultimate is slowing them down so much. Wraith King going to assist the kill on the Wind Ranger. Ow. And yeah, the Wind Ranger's going to go down. And the Silencer went down, which is not good. And Silencer with the 11-minute Midas. Catch up Midas. Much. Why? Why you go for 11-minute Midas? Okay. Fun fact. If your Midas is slower than 8 minutes, don't even bother picking it up. Like, it's not worth your time. Shout out to Lars for putting my Twitch and my Twitter in the stream. Follow that. What was I saying? Can't even remember. Something. Midas. Yeah, don't pick up a Midas if it's past 8 minutes. It's not worth your time. Like, you just gotta focus on farming and doing something else. Because the Midas is just gonna act as a catch-up, and that means you're hoping for the game to go late, which it might not do. In the meantime, Wind Ranger having to use Wind Run out of the open wounds to try and get away from the Life Stealer and the Viper, who has a double damage room. And this T1 bot is being pushed pretty heavily. Digital Sports... such chat much, wow. Viper gonna push that T1 bot, and the Wind Ranger trying to be gone on again. She has got Wind Run, so she's just gonna have to go for Wind Run again. And in the meantime, Skyroth Mage killing the Silencer again. Silencer not doing too well for himself at the moment. Let's look at the kills slash death slash assists. Wraith King doing really well, even though he's supposed to be playing a support. He's still getting plenty of kills for himself, which is great. And this T1 top is probably going to be looking to go down as well. No trade can really be done, unfortunately, because the Faceless Void just isn't tanky enough yet. He's got Maelstrom, which is basically a farming item, though. And the T1 top did go down, thanks to the Tide Hunter and all of that team. You can see him on the screen. I don't have to read out everyone's name. Yeah. Wind Ranger still not got all that much farm. She's going for the mech. Wind Ranger mech is interesting. She's going to go for the stack on the Ancients, which the Life Stealer could steal so efficiently. It's ridiculous. I'm sorry, I'm trying to read the Twitch chat. That's why so little actual talking is going down. Faceless Void trying to get a little bit of farm up, whilst the Skyroth Mage killing the Tree and Protector top again. Things slowly falling apart for CG, thanks to the roaming team that is IPS. Unfortunate for CG, really. Like, they're not doing too well for themselves. Wraith King and the Skyroth Mage now looking for even more kills. Maybe looking to dive behind this T2. Trying to bait out a little bit of the attack. I don't know what I'm trying to say. What's going on? Viper got some items, I assume. Yep, Viper's got mech. Viper's got his agility bonus. He's going to Roshan to pick up something. Not sure what it is. Vitality booster, maybe the Aghanim Scepter on the Viper, which is a good choice. That additional slow is really going to help him out, I think. Skyroth Mage has got his ultimate. He has got his magic wand, and he's got another Smoker Deceit to set up for another gank attempt as soon as possible. Yep, and they're trying to find someone, and this Tree and Protector might get gone on here. Tree and Protector walking onto the high ground. He's going to get stunned. Wraith King, Skyroth Mage ultimate being used and just taking out the Tree Ant, doing so much damage because he just stood in one place. Like, between a stun and the Skyroth Mage ultimate, you're not living. You can't. Living isn't your thing. Like, you don't get much of a choice in the living department, you know? Let's see if I do that. Is it a little bit louder? It might be. I don't know. I need to drink more. My mouth's becoming like cottony. What we got going on? Nature's Guy's going up on the Tree and Protector. Why? I'm not too sure. He kind of burnt it to make sure he won't die, but it gets dispelled the second he sees an enemy hero anyway. Wraith King and Viper. Viper's got an Invis Rune, and they're going to try and do something against 4 here. They could, potentially. Seeing the Wind Ranger. Rotating in on the Wind Ranger. Yeah, they're going on the Wind Ranger now. Wind Ranger going to Wind Run away, though. She's going to be fine. Power shotting to try and get vision. And now, after the Wind Run was burnt, stuns and Living Armor's coming out. Curse of the Silent going on too. Chronosphere coming in. Got right-clicking that Skyroth Mage. Skyroth Mage going to go down right there. Maelstrom doing plenty of damage as well. Skyroth Mage going to go down. Ravage being burnt as well. The Faceless Void might even go down now, because he's taking so much damage. Shackle is going to attach the Viper to a tree, though, which is unfortunate for him. Tide Hunter going to go down as well. Wind Ranger taking a couple of right clicks. She's going to go down. She won't go down. She's going to live just. Faceless Void. Curse of the Silent even catching out the Wraith King, but he's going to be okay. He's going to TP back to base. And yeah, so it was a really good engagement for CG. They worked out really well for them. My jaw hurts so much. Sorry, I keep complaining about it, but it really does hurt. Silencer happily right-clicking away. He's got the nature. He's got max Glaives of Wisdom, and he's got pretty high on the intelligence scale. So he's going to be right-clicking, not as a truck, not so much as a truck, but as a large automa vehicle, large car, we'll say. Wraith King still happily farming away. He's got his blink. He's got Observer Wards now. See how Scar Mage is doing. Where is he? What you got on you, buddy? Not much. He's got the recipe for the magic wand, which is being flown out to him probably pretty soon, I would assume. In the meantime, Wraith King and the Scarth Mage are going to smoke up. Going to try and catch someone out. And the blink stun on the Silencer. Silencer can't really do much about it. Slow coming out from the Scarth Mage, and this Silencer is going down right here. Silencer going down again. Really unfortunate for him. And this ward's coming out right now, de-warding that high, that ward. I don't know, de-wards? Wards and wards and wards. De-wards and wards. Or if you have a 15-minute heart, then you're kind of unkillable, whoever you are. But because you have a heart at 15 minutes. Anyway, let's look at the CG right now. They're kind of shut out of their own jungle, which isn't good for them. It's going to slow down their farm even worse. Faceless Void has picked up a point booster though. What's point booster even built into? Look at that efficiently. I don't even know. I don't want that. No, never mind. No, I'm pretty missing some Dota going on. But Wraith King and the Faceless Void roll them in and about. Trying to find some kills left, right, and center. Wraith King roaming about. Skyroth Mage still roaming about. Gonna find the Wind Ranger. Skyroth almost being burnt. Gonna just destroy the Wind Ranger. That's what happens when you have 5 people killing someone. 4 people even. 4 people ganking one dude. He's gonna die. In the meantime, we've got the Lifestealer trying to take everyone else on. Lifestealer's gonna go down, unfortunately for him. I'm getting a Steam message. I need to reply to that. T2 top being pushed pretty hard. There we go. T2 top being pushed pretty hard. AA ultimate being thrown in that general direction to try and slow it down, but it's not going to work, unfortunately. And now, the question is there a comeback? Because CG have got 0 towers. CG have literally got 0 towers. IPS have got, what, 4? Can I do maths? 4? 4 towers, which is great for them. Science is still trying to farm away, which he can't really at the moment, which kind of sucks for him. Oh well. Viper having his intelligence stolen by the Glaives. Glaives of Wisdom. Yeah. I don't really know what else to say at the moment. Viper happily farming away still. He's pretty, yeah, he is going for his Aghanim Scepter now, which is great for him. He's pretty well farmed to be able to do that kind of thing. Wind Ranger trying to maybe counter push. Yeah, trying to counter push with the Shackle, trying to make sure the lane isn't pushing too hard against her. And all the members of IPS roaming to maybe trying to look at Roshan right now. It's a consideration, I think. It's one of those things that they're thinking about doing, or they're trying to get some pick-offs so they can go and do Roshan. One of those two. Tidehunter. Lifestealer is going to infest the Tidehunters though. So when there is an engagement, he's going to jump. He's going to do some damage. He's going to... Oh yeah, it is a point booster. Oh, my bad. Never mind. Yeah. What am I trying to say? God damn it. Yep. Like, when the second that a fight does go down, the push is going to be real from the Tidehunter. Anyway, Faceless Void destroying the T1 top. Thankfully for him. Whilst in the meantime, all of the members of IPS are just going to uncontestedly take a T2 mid. Not great. Not too great. Not too great for CG at the moment. Like, they're just losing towers uncontestedly. Apart from against Faceless Void. Like, Faceless Void is just going to run away, basically. Faceless Void managing to get the TP off, going back home against the Wraith King Skyrath Mage combo. Yeah. Tidehunter, however, killing the Ancient Apparition. Whatever the hell happened there. God, I don't even know what Tidehunter is. It's just... Okay, on the bot lane, Tidehunter killed the Ancient Apparition. Pretty happily. And Lifestealer just giving Lifestealer even more room to farm. Lifestealer acting to go Assault Cuirass over a Armlet, which is pretty interesting. It's one of those things that you kind of assume that every Lifestealer does, but obviously not in this situation. And again, another T2 going down for CG by IPS. And that is causing even more space to be created, basically. Tidehunter, re-infested with the Lifestealer. Faces Void trying to jump away, and it almost turned human there. He like turned pink, which was really weird. Yep, Lifestealer happily farming away, whilst he does right-click everybody down. Right-clicking people down, dropping the Anchor Smashes. He's still infested. Probably maybe gonna see Roshan go down now. I don't know. Like, IPS is spending a lot of time around the Roshan pit at the moment, so you'd expect them to do that kind of a thing. But, oh well. Right clicks left, right, and center. Video games. Sorry, my jaw's still hurting so much. I don't know what it's about, but oh well. Yeah, all the members of IPS right now are trying to scout out some member of CG, but this ward is going to catch out at least 2, and that's going to cause the enemies to be seen, especially with that sentry ward. I'm not sure if that catches out smoke, but still. Oh my god, this is so painful. So CG playing the defense game now. They don't want to lose racks, because if you lose racks, it's kind of the beginning of the end. Tidehunter trying to engage there, not betting the Ravage, and the Global Science is going to cause him to basically go down. Chronosphere being popped, Lifestealer popping out with the Infest. He's just going to get right-clicked down thanks to that Faceless Void. Faceless Void going back in. Skywrath Mage Armor being popped. Wraith King going to kill the Treant. Faceless Void still going on. Silencer managing to kill the Viper there. Wraith King going to stun the Faceless Void, and now the Wraith King's trying to run away. And I'm not sure if he's going to be able to. Silencer also trying to run away. Wraith King re-engaging, stunning the Silencer. But he's going to go down. You know, getting greedy is sometimes a good option. The Blade Mail on the Wraith King is going to enable him to kind of happily walk away, doing enough damage, doing enough of an output. And the Curse, the Silent Word, not doing enough damage to stop the fight. Skywrath Mage now. He's got Dagon. He's quite happy with himself. He's still kind of right-clicking this lane, and considering CG just had a really good engagement, they're playing really aggressively. IPS are playing very aggressively, considering the fact they've got like no one there. Wraith King still very, very low. He's on like 230 health. He'd only have to take a few hits and his ultimate would be popped. And Tidehunter just re-engaging, making sure that the Wraith King doesn't die, because that ultimate's pretty useful. If I know, I should not read Twitch chat. Like, it's just a bad thing. Faceless Void doing some stuff. No, Tidehunter happily farming away on the mid lane, right clicking away as you do, and he's blinked away. And we got some smiley face. We got some X's. Roshan, I think someone wants to do Roshan. Yeah. Sorry. IPS probably looking to try and do Roshan. Ancient Apparition throwing in the ultimate though, just to check, and it's not down. They're not. Like, they were completely out of the vision area, so they could now try and sneak it. They've put down lots of defensive wards to make sure that they don't get caught out. Yeah, it's just going to go on. The fight's going to go on. Lifestealer does have the Basher. Is going to do even more right-click damage now, and is going to go on and on at this Roshan. Roshan's only got 10,000 health, so he's probably going to go down really easily. Between the Tidehunter, between the Lifestealer, between the Wraith King Vampiric Aura and the Viper. Yeah. See, I can use the damn zoom out option. You want me to do that? Look at this. Oh, look at that. Treant's rolling in. Hey, with the Wind Ranger. And the Roshan was obviously scouted out. But the Faceless Void is going to jump in and try and engage. Skywrath Mage dropping the ultimate to try and do something. Burning the Ravage right there to try and kill the Faceless Void. And the Faceless Void is going to go down. Treant popping the ultimate. Catching 3 or 4. I don't know how many that was. Treant is going to get spelled on, though, by the Skyrath Mage, and the Silencer is going to go down as well. Wraith King killing the Silencer, Ancient Apparition managing to kill the Skyrath Mage, and the Wraith King is going to get out. Jaw hurts so much. Wraith King is going to kill Ancient Apparition, though. I don't even know where the hell that happened. And in the meantime, Marina Ranger going to die as well, thanks to the bash on the Lifestealer. That's 4 people right there. 4 people, and IPS got the Aegis. Even if it was immediately popped, because it was, but it went pretty well for him, you know? And now we should see the racks go down. That's something we should almost definitely see. Because, you know, Wraith King can just stand there and right-click keep creeps and basically tank all of the damage. Tidehunter can tank the tower damage. Unless they're just looking to farm up a little bit, which is totally an option. Especially considering the fact that the Viper can... I don't think the damage... Yeah, the damage over time doesn't apply to the tower. Anyway, we can see the Faceless Void leaping in, dropping that Chronosphere, trying to go on someone, but he's going to get bashed, he's going to get stunned. Treant Protector dropping his ultimate as well. Faceless Void's just trying to walk away now. He's going to get stunned by the Wraith King, though, which is really unfortunate for him, leaping back out. And that's kind of the engagement semi-over. They're still trying to go on someone. All of IPS want to get another pick off. They want to get another kill. Curse of the Silent and Silent Word working on the Wraith King right now. He can't do anything. Right click's coming out on the Treant, but the Treant's going to go down. Wraith King there. The ultimate is going to pop down. Wraith King is going to go down. Unfortunately for him. Silencer killing the Viper. Lifestealer getting picked off by the Ancient Apparition. He's still alive, but he's trying to run. He is trying to run. In the meantime, Wind Ranger getting slowed, getting hit really hard right now, and she's probably going to go down as well, which is unfortunate for her. Really unfortunate, because even though she still got off a really sick shackle between the Lifestealer and the Skyrath Mage, he's going to go down. She's still going to go down. And yeah, where do we go from here? This is ridiculous. Oh. Mouth hurts so much. Living Armor being used on the tower, trying to stop the tower from taking any damage at all, which is a really solid choice. That's what Treant Protector is supposed to do. He's supposed to stop you from losing any towers early on. And that is not what happened in this game, which is really unfortunate for them. Ancient Apparition not being thrown over at the top lane, trying to stop the push from going down anymore. And Tidehunter just kind of happily right-clicking away. Silencer happily over on the mid, right-clicking, getting some farm. He's got his Aghanim Scepter, and that's just going to enable him to just increase the duration of his ultimate. Which is 6 seconds of not being able to cast any spells. Pretty ridiculous if you ask me. Don't get me wrong, it's like completely legitimate, but it's really painful. Silencer rotating over onto the Ancients, making sure that he can get that 16 as soon as possible. And the Faceless Void is just kind of right-clicking down the Ancients, making sure he's getting the farm. Well, trying to anyway. Trying to make sure he's getting the farm. No, they're just right-clicking it down. Like you'd think they'd put the farm priority on the Faceless Void, but he's tanking. He's tanking quite happily. However, whilst all that was happening, IPS did get scouted out by a ward. Which does... CG got scouted out by an IPS ward. And all of the members of IPS are rotating in. Stun coming in on the Faceless Void. Faceless Void getting slowed and stunned. Skyrath ultimate being popped. And that Faceless Void just melted. Absolutely melted. That was painful to watch. As far as Skyrath ultimates go. Like it's a really good kind of combination. Like slows and stuns plus Skyrath Mage equals kills. This is maths. This is maths right here. So, all of the members of IPS still roaming in. Wraith King maybe overdiving just a little bit, trying to secure some kills. Ancient Apparition not going to catch 4 on this mid tower. They really want this mid tower as badly. They really want it as hard as they can. Oh, that just sounds sexual. Living Armor being used. Probably not going to be all that effective. Not going to do all that much healing because it's just going to get dispelled after 7 or 8 hits or however long it is. Silent Word on the Viper. Popping and stopping him from doing anything. Unfortunately for him. Viper walking around quite happily. Tidehunter has now got the Shiva's Guard. He's got a Ring of Health. He might be going for a Lincoln's. I feel like that's a good choice for him. Skyrath Mage. Staff of Wizardry. Vitality booster. Who knows what he could be going for. Chronosphere being dropped, though, by the Faceless Void. Nothing going to come of it, though, because I don't think he actually caught anyone, which sucks. Faceless Void, not gone for Battle Fury, though. Instead, going for the crits with the Daedalus and the Maelstrom. Huh, which is interesting. I feel like with how effectively he's been using Chronosphere, I feel like Battle Fury would be a better pickup for him. Maybe he'll pick up afterwards. We'll have to see. IPS still trying to put pressure on this mid lane. They haven't really got anything else to do at the moment. Like they're giving the Silencer more room to farm, but that's kind of it. Like they really want these mid racks. They really do. But the towers just kind of happily fit the farming up. It's exactly the same as the game that I was watching, like literally just now, the game before this. If you were watching that one with me, then you kind of saw this same situation where the Radiant team wanted to put lots of pressure on the Dire team's mid-racks, and in the meantime, the Dire just did whatever the hell they wanted. They didn't win. Dire didn't win, don't get me wrong, but it gives Dire an opportunity for a comeback, you know, which is risky. Wraith King rolling up, trying to do some right clicks. Power Shot coming out. Chronosphere being dropped with the leap. Skyroth Rage Ultimate being used. Faceless Void still going to go down. Silencer killing the Tide Hunter, though. And Silencer now trying to run away from this Lifestealer. Lifestealer just right-clicking down the Silencer, and the Silencer's going to go down. Well, Wraith King's going to kill the Silencer. Tyriant going to go down as well. Wind Ranger happily right-clicking away at this Viper. Viper trying to just live. In the meantime, Skyroth Mage just re-engaging on the Wind Ranger. Wind Ranger dying and then instantly buying back. Lifestealer right-clicking down the Ancient Apparition. Not much he can do. Shackle being used to try and catch the Lifestealer. Skyroth Mage destroying the T3 in the meantime. And the Wraith King just happily popping stuns left, right, and center. Ultimate being used from the Ancient Apparition. Gonna catch one. Didn't catch the faces, the Viper even, which is really unfortunate. Leech Seeing being used on the Lifestealer. He's just gonna rage it off. In the meantime, Ancient Apparition is gonna kill the Wraith King. Which I didn't even see. And the Viper gonna have to back off. Like, losing the tower but not losing the racks. Awfully unfortunate. Sorry. Treant Protector now just trying to farm away. Trying to do it. Like, he's got nothing. He's got no items whatsoever. Like, you normally play Treant Protector as like a 5. Faceless Void trying to earn some more money, earning real money to get that Daedalus on point. Wind Ranger trying to farm a little bit more. Normally, Wind Rangers can be really dangerous with like an MKB or a Maelstrom or something like that. In this situation, she's gone for mech and 4-staff. Not sure how I feel about that, to be perfectly honest. But Power Shot enabling her to push the lane out a little bit. Ancient Apparition with the Midas. This is legitimate right here. Legitimate Dota. Hang on. Legitimate Dota right here. Like literal Dota. Wraith King picking up a Dagon. Why? God knows. I don't know. Increasing his damage output, I guess. Gone for literally no points into Mortal Strike, instead going for stats as well. You're gonna see another pause. My favorite thing in the world ever. Yeah, I don't know why Wraith King went for stats rather than Mortal Strike. Like, Mortal Strike gives you so much utility, even if you put just like 1 point into it. By utility, I mean it increases your damage by a lot. Don't get me wrong, like, I can appreciate why you went for stats for the extra mana bonus. But going for Mortal Strike just would have enabled him to do so much more damage in team fights, I think. Yeah. Lane bot is pushing quite considerably towards the T2 Radiant Tower. We got the Rex, the T3 mid going down for Dire, and my jaw's still hurting like shit. Silencer still happily right-clicking away, doing his thing. Do your thing. Trying to get a little bit more farm. That's what he wants. He's got his Midas. I think the Midas has finally paid off for itself. Might be going for Orchid now, which is interesting. And lots of members of CG are now smoked up. Probably going to look to try and take Roshan, which they can do with the Faceless Void. With all of that stunny goodness. unless he gets stunned 5 times like that, which would be unfortunate for him. He does stun 1 in every 4 hits now, which is great for him. Roshan is getting leech seeded, and all the members of IPS are maybe looking for a smoke now. Yeah, IPS also gonna smoke. Could see a contest of Roshan, which would be really unfortunate for CG. Or maybe IPS are just looking for a pick off so they can go for Axe. Maybe that's what it is. Yeah, they're gonna find the Tide Hunter. They're gonna find what? Who they're gonna find? They're gonna find the Ancient Apparition instead. Ancient Apparition is gonna go down, and Tide Hunter being the Roshan being pinged. IPS not rotating out just yet though. Power Shot being used to try and get vision. And the quick escape from CG is real. Faces Void is picking up the Aegis. Ancient Apparition with the buyback. Maybe looking to try and fight now. No, all the members of IPS, unfortunately enough, aren't going to catch CG and walk away from this fight. So CG getting the Aegis, getting a bonus 200 gold from Roshan. And let's look at some graphs. XP 15,000. Oh, never mind. We won't look at any graphs. Right, huge blink in, huge ravage coming out by Tide Hunter, following that up with the Skyrath Major Ultimate. Chronosphere going down, right clicking happening to the Lifestealer. He's going to go down. Lifestealer going to go down. Wraith King going to go down. The Faceless Void going to get slowed incredibly, and the Wraith King also, I don't even know anymore. Faceless Void killed some people. Faceless Void killed the Tide Hunter. Wraith King got back up, continued fighting. Rax could be contested right now because Wraith King, the Faceless Void isn't here to stop it, basically. Silencer going to get slowed now, thanks to the Viper. And Silencer going to get picked off as well. And in the meantime, Viper, this guy, the Faceless Void, taking a lot of damage. Faceless Void going to go down as well. Skyrath, AA Ulma coming in, catching 3. Viper doing a little bit more right-click damage. Rax still not going down. However, he is going to get stunned and shackled to a creep. Wind Ranger wants to do so much, but she's just going to get stunned. And the Rax, they just want to right-click the Rax so bad. Power Shot coming out to try and stop the push, but you can't really. There's no damage going down to these people. Silencer with the buyback. Wraith King trying to do some stunning, trying to stop someone. Overgrow is up in 1 second. Overgrow is now up. And all the members of IPS are backing off again. Hey, my neck hurts. TP coming out by the Wind Ranger. Viper getting caught out there by the Silencer. He's going to go down as well. He's going to go down. I have no idea what just happened. CG continuing with the game. Believing that all hope is not lost, which is great for them. Good on them. I am so tired. Right click damage going down. Left, right, and center. Wind Ranger still not got many items. Probably saving for buyback at this point. That's what you need. Skyrath upgrading his Dagon a little bit more. Wraith King not having a chance to do his yet. Is going to stun the Treant Protector and run away though. Solid for him. Going to see all the members of CG roaming mid, trying to take the T1, which is still up. Focus Fire being used. With the bonus glyph being used as well, which is not good. Faceless Void positioning himself so he can try and stop anything from happening. CG trying to make a little bit of a gold comeback right here. That little bit of gold is going to help him so much. Look at that. It's in a pretty circle. Why are you destroying the pretty circle? D-Ward coming out right there. All the members of IPS rotating mid. Weren't looking for kills, just trying to stop the counter push. Viper looking to pick up a butterfly now, I would assume. I'm not sure if the Eagle Song even builds into anything else. I don't think it does. Silencer. Walking around. He's got a Perseverance. So he's probably going to be going Lincoln. I don't know. His Midas is really helping with that, though. Like, I criticized the Midas pickup early, but this game's gone on for long enough where it's actually worth it. Faceless Void now probably going to be going for the BKB, I would assume, to stop that kind of Ravage attack. However, what am I trying to say? I keep losing my train of thought. Who was I even looking at? Faceless Void. Faceless Void. Midas was worth it. Faceless Void picking up the BKB. I think that's the thought that I was on. I don't even know anymore. Whilst IPS have that extra ability to kind of push a little bit more, thanks to the T1 mid going down. Will this be the opening? Will this be the opening to see the Rex go down? GG's potentially being called. I hope so. The Science has now got a refresher orb, shutting down any kind of spell casting going down by IPS even more. 13 seconds of silence. Stun coming out on the Wind Ranger. Faceless Void going in. He's right-clicking down the Tidehunter. Tidehunter just taking so much damage. Stun coming out on the Tidehunter. Tidehunter going to go down. Infest from the Lifestealer. Faceless Void still taking a lot of damage. He's getting bashed. Skyroth Mage, ultimate just catching out. Not catching the Faceless Void. Lifestealer going to go down as a result. And now the Viper taking a lot of damage. Right-clicking left, right, and center. The Silencer still taking a lot of damage. Treant Protector taking a lot of damage. Hujo the Overgrowth there to catch out 3 or 4 a little bit earlier. And Wraith King just blinking out quite happily. And Wind Ranger is going to chase though. Wind Ranger going to try and chase. In the meantime, Faceless Void going in. Wraith King having to stun the Faceless Void to make sure nothing can happen. Stun coming out by the Wraith King, but he just blinks away quite happily. Faceless Void still going in. Faceless Void just wanting to right click down the Wraith King. And a little bit of a crit. He's going to go down. Gem of True Sight found. Gem being picked up by the Wind Ranger. And now, that was a huge team wipe. That was a team wipe by CG. It's huge. What even just happened? A, using Cold Feet on 1 creep with 5 health. Why? Who knows? I certainly don't. It's to go with the Midas, I'm sure. It goes really well with his Midas. And 2,000 gold. Did manage to farm an Aghanims with it though, so that's good. Good for him. Drinking. Faceless Void still right-clicking away. He's got his BKB now. I'd assume a Daedalus to be next, but who knows? Yep, sorry, should be commentating. I'm not commentating. Faceless Void not going for a Mask of Madness this game, which is interesting. Like, with how efficiently he's been using Chronospheres, it's something that I would have seen coming, to be perfectly honest. Now, are IPS on their back feet? Here's a question, because they've just got completely team wiped, which isn't good for them at all. All the ultimates are now back up. I mean, Silencer's double silence isn't up for another 30 seconds, but other than that, like, all of the ultimates are more or less up. Like, the Silencer there, just happily taking Ancients a little bit more. Not going to get scouted out, but Skyroth Mage probably still going to try and go in for him. No, they were going to try and go Roshan. Roshan's not up. Skyroth Mage with the Dagon. Skyroth Mage with Dagon is pretty legit. And the reason for that is because what is it? One of his spells gives... Yeah, Ancient Seal gives bonus magic damage. It gives 45% bonus magic damage. So you're not looking at a Dagon with 600 damage. You're looking at a Dagon with like 800 and something damage, which is ridiculous. Yeah. Which is great for them. Silencer, right clicking away. Doing a pretty solid job. Wind Ranger trying to catch vision of the Roshan, which he does quite efficiently. And Faceless Void going back in. Jumping in with the Chronosphere. And just going to right click down the Skyroth Mage. He's going to go down. Tidehunter getting used up. Tidehunter does not have Ravage. Overgrowth coming out. Catching quite a few. Viper's still going to go down though, thanks to the concussive crap. Curse of the Silent and the Last Word. However, the Lifestealer is going to kill the Wind Ranger. In the meantime, Lifestealer taking a lot of damage right here. Lifestealer does have a heart, but when you get cold feet in, you're just going to go down. In the meantime, going to see this Wraith King try and run away. Treant hasn't got like a Force Staff or a Blink or anything to chase after him. Is going to take a Tango though. Cheeky Tango steal. And by steal, I mean take from one of your teammates. AA Ultimate trying to look to catch out the Wraith King. Not going to work though, unfortunately. My name is Chris. How's it going? It's video games. Treant Protector roaming in and about, doing his jam, making sure that Faceless Void is on more or less full health. Faceless Void right clicking down this T2. This T2 is going to go down mid. Effectively enabling CG to do get back a little bit of the gold that they lost. earlier, which is great for them. I mean, catching up is an amazing job, to be perfectly honest. You want to play catch up. If you're behind, catching up is really important. Look, that's the most obvious statement ever. Like, you know when you say stupid stuff, and you know you said a stupid thing. It's one of those situations. Well, we've still got 3 members of CG happily trying to get off a little bit more gold, being a little bit aggressive about it though. Wraith King managing to blink in and stun the Silencer. Silencer might be looking to go down now. The Skywrath Mage ultimate basically just being walked straight into by the Silencer, and Silencer going to go down on the top lane. Unfortunate. Changing a push into a death. It's not good. You don't want to do that kind of thing. Ancient Apparition is still farming away. He's still got another 2.8k gold. Jaw hurting so much. Treant Protector looking for kills. No, he's not. He's not looking for kills. He should pop his Arcane Boots though. He's on like 300 mana. There we go. Popped him. Roshan. Everyone's still... Okay, Roshan is back up. Wraith King knew about this quite well. CG do have a ward to see the vision, but all of the members of IPS are smoked up, apart from that Lifestealer. And unless there's some kind of vision coming out, Silencer with the buyback, they know what the deal is. Wraith King trying to find the Faceless Void. Faceless Void taking a lot of damage. He's going to get 4 stuffed out though, and luckily enough, going to backtrack off of one of the hits from the, whatchamacallit, the dude with the spells, Skywrath Mage. And the question is now, are IPS even gonna take this Roshan? They really should, because they just fought off CG pretty happily. Lifestealer with the bashes can't even pop the Abyssal Blade stun on the Roshan, which is unfortunate. Getting really slowed though. Roshan was getting slowed quite a bit by something. I'm not too sure what. Wind Ranger is still aware of the fight going down. Wind Ranger killing the Skywrath Mage. Chronosphere going down, being popped on the Viper. Viper taking a lot of damage. Wraith King death popped once. Overgrowth coming out. Although the Faceless Void was super stunned. Ravage also coming out. The Faceless Void is going to go down right there. And the Wind Ranger now trying to run away. Silencer also stunned. Now just trying to live. Running away into the jungle. Viper killing the Ancient Apparition. Ancient Apparition with the buyback. Wind Ranger just trying to live along with the Silencer, and it worked out very well for them. There we go. A ultimate being thrown mid, trying to do something and not working out too well for them. Wraith King should really be walking away, but with another 15 seconds on the cooldown, he'll probably be okay. Maybe going to see the Roshan being stolen now by CG, which would be great for them. It would enable even more of a comeback. Potentially more of a comeback. Right clicking away on the Roshan. Faceless Void doing a lot of damage here because of the Chrysalis, which is great for him. He's dying a lot though, so it's denying his Daedalus quite a bit. Instead, we're going to see the Viper and the Wraith King rotating into the Roshan pit and trying to do lots of damage. Chronosphere being dropped, trying to kill the Lifestealer and the Viper, but they're just doing too much damage. Lifestealer taking a lot of damage. Focus Fire coming down on the Lifestealer. Skywrath Mage ultimate being used on the Faceless Void. Faceless Void going to go down. And Ancient Apparition now looking to teleport away. Ancient Apparition going to get away. And the Tidehunter's still trying to do something. Lifestealer is in the woods. He can't really do anything. We've got lots of people with lots of right-click damage. Skywrath Mage dropping the ultimate, stunning the Silencer. Silencer going to go down as well. And the Roshan once again going in the favour of IPS. Swings and roundabouts. We thought it was going one way, then it was going the other way, then it was going the other way. Fun times. Lifestealer now TPing back to mid. Making sure they don't lose those mid racks because of the huge push that came. Lifestealer ultimate. It just did get popped though. Don't know what that was about. I don't know what just happened. I honestly have no clue what just happened there. It's really unfortunate. Can I do a playback? What's the playback? Okay, XP graph. Still in the favor of IPS. Gold graph. Still in the favour of IPS. Between 7 and about 7,500 on both accounts. Lifestealer happy farming away. What's his next item? Is he saving for buyback? Probably yes. Tidehunter blinking in, unfortunately getting caught by the AA ultimate. And so was the Lifestealer, going to stop him from healing up for a while. This game's gone on for like 50 minutes. This is a really long game. Tidehunter, happy trying to farm away on this mid. They really want the racks. Wraith King's there. Wraith King's going to start doing the right click. Backdoor protection is apparently still on. Living Armor not going to do anything. But the... what we got? We got a Treant Protector there. Maybe looking to try and engage. Wind Ranger taking all of the aggro from the tower. It's not going to do anything though. Taking the aggro from the creeps to make sure that they're not assisting with this. Skarath Mage taking a lot of damage. Skarath Mage going to go down. And Chronosphere, leap in, Chronosphere. Silencer coming out. Right clicks happening onto the Lifestealer. Lifestealer taking so much damage right now is ridiculous. Lifestealer maybe going to get away with this one. He's pretty low. Unless we're going to see a leap out by the Faceless Void. No, he's not going to leap out. He's just going to go for the Viper instead. Viper's going to go down. And the Leech Seed giving everyone a little bit bonus health. And now we see CG trying to push the mid. Trying to push these racks mid. Maybe trying to make a run for it, effectively. Trying to make sure that losing those racks can be contested against. Which would be a smart choice, like, for them. Only thing is, Faceless Void hasn't got any regen. Right click's going down. Right click's going down. Going on in the game. Faceless Void still not got all that much health, but the Living Armor is going to give him 300 health-ish a pop. Viper with the buyback. Viper's going to buy back. Still got the Skarath Mage and the Tidehunter down low. And Tidehunter did have his ultimate to burn. Which is unfortunate. He didn't manage to in the last fight. Instead, we've got the creeps just pushing very hard against the Viper. And the Viper's just going to take effectively free farm on that a little bit more. Unfortunately for him, he did have to buy back, and that's going to delay his butterfly even more. Huge lane being on the bottom. Look at 4 siege creeps, crikey. That's just going to try and push the bottom tower quite heavily. These creeps are just going to melt. It's ridiculous. Like, the Lifestealer can't... it would take quite a while. Like, another wave is coming in before Lifestealer's even going to destroy this first wave. Don't get me wrong, he'll be able to heal it and tank it very efficiently, but still. Drinking more water. Don't you mention Teemo's name in a Dota 2 game. It's a bad choice. I wouldn't recommend it. Viper, Skarath Mage, Lifestealer on the bot lane. They want to get more racks. And apparently drag this game out for longer than I could ever cope with. Treant Protector does now have a Ghost Scepter though, meaning that he won't be taking any right click damages for about 6 seconds when he wants to. It's great for him. I want this game to be over with. Like, this game's great and all, but it's really interesting to watch, but commentating over it, pretty painful, especially when my jaw hurts as much as it does. Maelstrom, see, now helping to farm quite a bit with the Faceless Void. Double damage there, gonna get seen by the guys from IPS. Guys and potentially girls, I don't know. I can't really say. Wraith King gonna solo scout out the Ancient. No, not even gonna see the Ancient Apparition, unfortunately for him. Doesn't have any TP scrolls on him. Does have a really charged magic wand. And well, the guys from IPS, they want to just finish it now, it looks like. They want to just go for the mid and just win a fight and let it be over with. Lifestealer's still not 6 slotted unless he's going for a rapier, which I commend so much. Tidehunter does have the double ravage though. All he has to do is catch Silencer with a double ravage and he'd be fine. Especially considering the fact that Silencer has not got Orchid. He's got Refresher as well. Okay, so yeah. Focus the Silencer, kill him off, win the team fight. Hope the Chrono doesn't do all that much damage or catch all that many of you, and you'll be fine. That's how you win. That's how you do it. Oh, of course, this will be the longest game of the tournament. God damn it. Game continuing on. Right clicks going down. Teams fighting right. Wraith King was trying to engage right there. He was trying to go on the Wind Ranger, but the Wind Ranger is just going to back off. Wind Ranger has to play defensive. Ultimate coming in. Wraith King taking a little bit of damage, which is unfortunate. Silencer taking a bit of damage as well. Chronosphere coming in, right-clicking down the Skywrath Mage, right-clicking down the Tidehunter as well. Ultimate being popped by the this dude. Well, I don't know what his name is. Huge double ravage coming out, but probably not done very well because the stun's stacked. Ancient Apparition taking a lot of damage. Viper right-clicking people down. Wraith King killing the Faceless Void. Faceless Void with the buyback. Viper killing Ancient Apparition. So many creeps here in the mid tower. They want to finish it. They want to get the GG. And now the Wind Ranger still pushing against the lane, and Wraith King just happily right-clicking down the Wind Ranger. Skywrath Mage buying back. Viper destroying a tower, the bottom tower, whilst they want to get more racks. Like, they want to finish the game right now. Wind Ranger going to go down. Wraith King killing the Wind Ranger right there, and these bottom racks I would assume are now going to go down as well. Fortify coming out. Wraith King going to try and take on the Treant Protector. He has now got 3 points into Mortal Strike, so he is actually doing some damage. Cold Feet coming out on the Wraith King. Chronosphere coming out. Right-clicking down that Wraith King. Wraith King ultimate being popped one time. Ultimate from the Ancient Apparition being thrown out. Faceless Void now right-clicking down, and that's the GG. That's the game over and done with. Thanks for watching, guys. I do really appreciate you watching for as long as you have. That was like a 53-minute, 54-minute game. GG's, well played. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Don't forget to check out eSport, e-sport.d2c.com and facebook.com/esport page for other amazing tournaments. I'm going to swap you over to some more music now because I've still got another game to cast. I'm English. Thanks, and goodbye.